Uh, Hey, how's it going?
Hey, yeah. It's all right. It's all right. Just in a little
Welcome.
bit of a new location today, so I'm getting used to things. Being
Lovely,
kicked out my own place. I'm in a
lovely
new
picture.
place.
Lovely
Adaptable,
picture.
flexible. That's me.
Lovely photo on the wall, there, Dom. Where is that?
Well, I'm assuming it's
Paris?
Eastern Europe for sure.
Oh, is it?
No. I think it's maybe Prague, something like that.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
right on.
I
There
don't
we
know.
are. If anybody knows, let us know in the comments where that photo is behind Dom that looks as if it's on a terrible angle, but it's actually straight, he tells me, so that's fine.
Yeah, it is. Who would
Welcome
have who would
back.
have known?
Yeah, welcome back. Hope everybody's January has been going well and we're all settled back into this term. So, today we are going to be celebrating Saint Dwynwen's Day because it is Saint
Santa's
Dwynwen's
doing
Day.
when in Welsh. Just thought
Yeah,
I'd put that in there for you. Santa's
diolch
doing
yn
when.
fawr. The Santes Dwynwen. We celebrate Dwynwen's Day on the 25th of January every year. So we've got some fun activities for you today using Adobe Express. Before we jump into that, I just want to remind you all that we've got a film festival running this year. So all of that will come to an end at the end of March, beginning of April. So we've got a few months to go. So if you're interested in taking part in our amazing film festival with prizes and award ceremonies and lots of fun, then go on over to bit.ly/filmfest25 and you can find out everything about that. Right, now then, for Santa's Dwynwen Day, we've got a challenge page for you, and that's on the scrolly down at the bottom of the screen.
Yes.
Now we'll go and
Do
take a
check for your spelling because it's not a simple one.
Dwynwen, yes,
Doing when?
Dwyn, Dwynwen, yes.
Mm.
So we will jump over to have a look at that, but beforehand, let's just remind ourselves, if you haven't been with us for a few weeks, of our live lesson rules. Dom, take it away.
Okay, number one, pause us when you want. Sometimes we go off at a breakneck speed and you just can't pull us back, but you can because you can just press pause. No problem. No one's going to get offended. You're going to be right there at the right time, doing it at the speed that you need. The speed that you need. Number
Nice.
two, shall I carry on?
Yeah, please do.
Claim your certificate. There's going to be a certificate. It's going to get emailed out. You can print those off. You can give them out digitally for all the pupils that take part in the live lesson. And it says, hey, you did the business. That's what it's all about. And number three, you can have a pizza party. It's on the challenge page. Is it on your challenge page? It's always on my challenge pages. Is it on your challenge page?
Yeah, it will be. Yeah.
Maybe, maybe
Scroll
not.
all the way to the bottom of the challenge page. It's there, guys. It's
Yeah,
there.
great. Okay. And what you can do there is you can take part in our express school challenges where you get 100 or 100 pupils, or you get at least three classes involved. Oh, is it four classes?
Everyone from year 3 to year 6.
Three, yeah,
If you're
exactly.
in a
Or four,
smaller
P4
school,
to P7,
yeah.
exactly. If you're a small school, you can do that because you might not have 100 in your sort of junior school section. If you get everyone involved doing challenges, you can earn swag, pizza party, digital leader school awards. I mean, just the list is incredible.
And if you do
Not
that
endless,
three
but
times,
incredible.
if you do that 3 times, Dom, what happens?
Get a pizza party. We
Yes,
deliver pizza straight to your school,
yes.
piping hot, and you can have it in the classroom whenever you like, according to your teacher's rules, of course.
Absolutely. Right.
Right,
Let's jump over to the challenge page, I think. So that we
please.
see what we're doing today.
Do you want me
Uh,
to put it up? I've got it up here, right here.
go on then.
Yeah,
Lovely.
check that out.
Okay,
Weren't
so
expecting that, were you?
there we go, guys. So to get to this challenge page, you just need to type in bit.ly/Dwynwen25, as you can see on the scrolly at the bottom of the screen, but also you can see it there on the ribbon at the top of Dom's screen. If you've got a device that can scan a QR code through the camera app, then you go ahead and scan that QR code. So if you're using an iPad like I'm doing today, then you can scan that and it'll bring you to this page. But now Dom's going to scroll down and let's have a look at our first challenge. So
Look at that.
our first challenge today is that we are going to be designing a love spoon, and we're going to learn a bit about love spoons along the way. So maybe you're familiar with this. I'm sure if you're joining us from school in Wales, love spoons are familiar to you. So traditional.
Do you have one to hand? Do you have one to hand that we could kind of get a bit of a rep? Oh, well, look at that.
Yeah. So
you're never without your love spoon.
Well, that's right. So this was the love spoon that my nephew gave us when we got married. So there we go.
Wow.
So that's one, and yeah, I've got a few of them around. People tend to kind of give people love spoons when you get married. Yeah. So
wow.
It's traditionally something that somebody would carve for somebody they'd like to get married to.
Right.
But now the modern tradition is more that when people are getting married, or if they get engaged, or that kind of thing, or on wedding anniversaries, it's something that children very often will give to the married couple. So that's kind of
cool.
The tradition has kind of evolved a bit from the origins.
Since you were a boy.
Yeah, but yes, and before then. So what's special about love spoons is that all of the different designs and all the carvings along the love spoon are meant to mean something. And then you can see some amazing love spoons which kind of call out people's interests and their hobbies and things about their lives. But there's a lot of symbolism. So if Dom scrolls down, there's some ideas here, guys. Now, don't do them all, or you'll have the longest love spoon in the world. But things that you see on love spoons are things like hearts, keys and locks, Celtic knots, of course, chains, bells, twisted stems, flowers.
Twisted stems, hey?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Twisted stems, flowers, horseshoes, crosses, and anchors. So you can see on my love spoon here, we've got a few of those. We've got a heart at the top. We've got a horseshoe there. We've got some bells and another heart. Okay? So that's it. And they're meant to symbolize different things about the people that you're with.
Let's get stuck in. I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, cool. Right. Well, there we go. So let's jump over to my screen. Here we go. So I'm on the iPad, so I'll be going first. And then Dom's on the browser, and he'll be kind of repeating it and putting his own individual slant on it, as usual. Yes. Right. So we're going to be doing this on a square canvas. And the reason for that is that you could, if you wanted to, turn this into a card, into a kind of a St. Dwynwen's Day card, if you wanted to. So we'll keep it as a square so that you've got the option to do that. Right. So to start off with the square canvas, I'm going to tap on the big dot in the top left-hand corner with a plus in it. And then under there, you see it says create. And you can see there on the top row, it says square. So I'm going to tap on that. And there we go. It's going to open up the Adobe Express all-in-one editor. Now then, we are going to be using generative AI here. So I'm going to go to media on the left-hand side. Okay. And then I'm going to generate an image. So you can see there the gray button on the top left-hand corner, generate image. And yeah, why not go for square again? Tap on square. Okay. Now then, here's what I want. First of all, I just need a basic wooden spoon. And then we're going to add all of those different carvings as separate generated images along the handle of the spoon. Okay? So there's an important term for you to use when we're generating this. And this term is flat lay. Now, maybe... So flat lay is a type of photography, and I'm sure you've all seen it. It's kind of when people put all their stuff on a table and then they take a picture of it from above. That's called flat lay photography, and it's quite fashionable at the moment. But that's going to help us to build this and generate images that aren't on weird angles and that kind of thing. Right, so let's see what we're going to type in here. So my prompt is going to be a simple wooden spoon with a long handle. Okay, I want plenty of space to put all these carvings on. Simple wooden spoon with a long handle, full stop, and then I'm just going to put the word flat lay, full stop. And then, yeah, I can leave it as that. You can decide if you want this to be kind of an art style, if you want it to look like a photograph or a graphic. I'm just going to leave it as it is. I'm not going to go for any styles, any content. I'm just going to leave it as it is, just that simple prompt typed in there, simple wooden spoon with a long handle, flat lay. And then I'm just going to tap generate. I'm going to switch fast mode off. You can see fast mode at the bottom there. That's new. Basically, it's faster, but maybe it doesn't read what you've written quite as carefully. So sometimes you get things that aren't quite what you want with fast mode, but it is faster. So
I find you're often on fast mode. As an individual, you're often on fast mode. Just...
I'll do what you want. I'll do it fast, but it won't be what you wanted. Yeah, right. Okay.
Nice. Look at that.
Yeah, so that's perfect. But if I just go back in, you see on the top there, I can tap on generate image, and it takes me back into those. And I've actually got 4 options there. Okay, and I can decide which one I like. I like that last one actually. Oh, I like the tip of that spoon. It's kind of a bit more pointy. Yeah, I like that. Right. Yeah. So there's my spoon. I'm going to remove the background. Okay, so to remove the background, I need to get away from this generate image panel. So to do that, up at the top, you see next door to generate image, there's an X. Just tap on that. I'm back on the normal image editing view now. And I'm going to tap on the friendly doggy, remove the background. Okay, and now I'm going to start thinking about where this is going to sit. So I'm going to rotate my spoon, and I'm going to...
Well, do you think I should go for this bit while you have a little tinker?
Well, that's all I'm going to do is that, and then we're going to pass over to Dom. Okay, just rotate it a bit. There we go. And now I'm ready to kind of add all my carvings to that. Right, let's jump over to Dom's screen to get us to there.
Okie dokie, right. Let's go to this tab instead. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the plus on the left-hand side, going to give it a click. Mr. Jones wants to do a square, which is 1:1 ratio. Let's give that a click. As usual, he didn't rename his project. That's okay. Love Spoon. There we go. There's never a dull day here at Adobe Towers. And then what I'm going to do is going to go over to media on the left-hand side. This is the same on the iPad and the browser. We're going to go to generate image, which you can see here. Bosh. Doing a square just makes it easier, I guess. Although maybe if you did a portrait, you could make it longer. I don't know.
I don't think it makes sense.
No. And then it's going to go in there. I'll just make it bigger so that, we can see it, or you can see what I'm doing on my screen a little bit clearer. And then don't forget the amazing tips that Mr. Jones shared with you. It's going to be simple wooden spoon
with a
long handle, full stop, flat lay. And then I'm just going to throw a little swerve ball in there. Well, actually, I'll do a capital letter before millions of teachers email me saying, we've been trying to get them to do for capital letters for 10 years. And then I'll also do, let's say, blue background. And then I'll just do art. Because I can remove it anyway, but I might as well see what it comes up with. Right, there we go. It's doing the spinny wheel of death, but it is actually going to bring something to life.
You've got fast mode on there, Dom. You've got fast mode on.
Oh, I had fast mode.
Yeah, it's good.
Right, well, let's go back to generate image. I mean, I could do a longer handle, I think. That's longer. Oh, the elongation of the neck of the spoon is really, really good.
I think that's made from natural Welsh bamboo by the looks of the grain.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I think you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I'll turn off fast mode just so you can see where you do it. It's just there. But basically, that's it. I've boshed it.
Yeah.
And if I wanted to, I suppose the only difference between the remove background thing is that if I wanted to put it on an angle now, then, my background doesn't work quite so well.
I think you can confidently remove background. We're going to be adding some photos to the background later on. Spoiler alert.
Well, maybe I don't. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, but there you go. I'll remove the background using our friendly doggy. And then there we go. Nicely done. There we go. All yours.
Okay, well, next, what you want to do now is start thinking. Now, you don't have to just use the list of things that we've got on the challenge page. You can think about your interests, your hobbies, things that you like to do, places you like to go. For example, we've got a love spoon somewhere in the house that I couldn't find. that's got a treble clef on it because we both like music. So we had a love spoon that had a treble clef on it. So you can put interests in there as well, not just the symbolism that we've got on the challenge page. Okay, but let's start off with maybe something from the challenge page. And I think a heart is a pretty obvious place to start, maybe for a love spoon. Maybe a little too obvious, perhaps. I don't know. So let's add a heart. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to media on the left-hand side. Okay. And then I'm going to go, this is the same process. I'm going to go to generate image and I'll go for square again. Right. Now then, this time, what am I going to type in here? Well, I'm going to type a wooden carved heart. Okay. Ooh. Heart.
Yeah.
Simple Celtic style. Okay. So you can, if you've got some ideas, maybe you want your heart, maybe you want to combine two of those elements. I've seen a lot of love spoons where the padlock is in the shape of a heart, like a heart-shaped padlock. So, if you want to combine some of those ideas, then go for it. But I'm going to keep it simple. It's a wooden carved heart, simple Celtic style. And then remember, it's still up on your screen, that important word, flat lay. Okay? Because without that, maybe you'd get it where the camera's on a kind of lower angle, and then it's just going to look all a bit strange when you try and combine your images. Right. So let's get rid of my keyboard. I don't want fast mode and generate. Okay. I think fast mode is actually all right, isn't it? It turned out fine for you.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, okay. Right, wow, look at that. Amazing. So I think the fact
what have you got there? Look at that, great.
Yeah, the fact that I put Celtic in there has really kind of, added to the flavour of it. And look how amazing. So I think my favourite is the second one. Okay, there we go. Now then, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to click on the X next to generate image, and I'm going to remove the background. Now,
okay, that's worked out well.
That's worked out really well. So that's all I can do now is kind of match up the angle and pop that maybe up at the top of my spoon or wherever you want on your spoon. Okay, I think I can put mine up near the top there. Now then, a little trick for you. I'm going to duplicate this. 3 dots.
Oh, yeah.
Duplicate. There it is. I got another one. And I'm just going to go into generate image and generate it again and choose a different one of the designs, like that one.
Right.
Remove the background.
Just for a bit of variation, is this?
So yeah. So and then I'm just going to have that a little lower down on my spoon. There we go. So I haven't typed that prompt in twice. I've used the same prompt. I just duplicated it. The duplicate had the prompt already in there. I just had to hit generate, and it's basically I've now got 2 hearts for the price of 1, basically. Right.
2 hearts coming together.
Lovely. Right.
Look at that.
Let's see you.
Right.
Let's see you open your bamboo spoon.
This is a cheap MDF imitation, I think. Right, let's go to media on the left-hand side. We're going to generate image. We're using squares because that's fun. And it's gone right into the middle there. We need to do our prompt here. So here I'm going to say wooden sardine in the shape of a heart. Flat lay. Yeah, because my wife's Portuguese, you see.
Yeah.
So, we love a good sardine. And the first time I ever met her parents was at the Portimao Sardine Festival. So, it holds a lot of special memories for us. I'm going to turn fast mode off. Yeah, it's cool. And then I'm going to generate. Oh, that was quick. I didn't even have fast mode on.
Yeah.
But that's great. Look at that.
Yeah,
Does it give me some options?
Does
it give you some options? Where does the options gone? I don't know. That's fine. So what I'm going to do here is get rid of that. Select that. I've got my remove background there. Great. Look at those sardines. 2 sardines coming together. And I'm going to pop them in there. The grain of the wood is slightly different to my spoon. But I'm okay with that. I'll deal with that. I'm a big boy. And 45 degrees, I think, is the angle that we're looking for. Now, how am I going to do this? Am I going to I mean, this is the $1 million question. You know, how am I going to flip this around?
It's your spoon,
Probably
man.
not. Yeah, I know it's my spoon, and I can do whatever I like. I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna. I think what's happening here? 45 degrees seems to be the angle of the best angle there, and I can put it right at the end there. Maybe bring the size down. Do I want to for the price of one? Do I, or do I just want to let my creativity run absolutely wild?
Let it run
Um,
amok, Dom.
Run amok. Maybe I can. Oh, there we go. If I generate again, you see, we got more down here.
Yeah.
And maybe. Oh, do you know what? Maybe I'll get this one as well. Oh, that's just changed that one.
Oh, you
Did
need to
it
just
change it?
duplicate it first.
I did. What an absolute silly sausage or silly sardine. So I just used the undo button up here, and then what I can do is go to my three dots, duplicate, and then bring it up here, and then maybe I will flip this one around now. And I think 225 is the angle that we need, and then I can go in, maybe pop it right there. Yeah, right there is good, and then I can go in here, um, and I can go to generate, and this one could be like that. And but don't forget that you also need to, Mr. Jones.
Remove the background.
Thank you. So we're doing. Oh, that did remove the background, but it
Yeah.
did.
You're gonna have to
Yes.
use the erase tool there, I think, Tom.
Thank you very much.
Get
Right.
rid of get
Let's
rid of
just.
those extra embellishments.
Yeah, I know exactly. I mean, it's kept them in there, which is remarkable, really, because they probably thinks I've got some sense of style. But I'm going to use the brush. So there's two things here: quick selection and circle brush. Which one shall I use, Mr. Jones, and why?
To be honest, on this use case, you could use either and it would work fine. But circle brush is kind of the easier one, the quicker one to just delete those as a rubber.
Yeah, it just means that it's not going to select anything surprising. It's
Yeah.
going to give you no surprises, and you can just use that erase tool in order to just get rid of those bits. And then
Lovely
I'm
job.
done. Yeah, lovely job. Look at this.
Yes,
This is
cool.
high quality. What's the next step, please?
Well, now let's try combining some ideas. Okay, so if I go back, we got things like chains and so kind of vines and stems. So and flowers. Okay,
All right.
so and horseshoes are a big one, really big one. And I mean that means luck. That means
Yeah,
luck for you
good.
guys over there as well, does it? Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
yeah. Okay,
for
so
you guys over there.
you guys over there. I don't know. Right. So I am going to I'm going to duplicate my heart again. So tap on my heart, three dots, duplicate, bring it over, go into the left-hand side there where it says generate image, tap on it, and see it says here wooden carved heart, simple Celtic style, flat lay. Well, here I can go wooden carved, twisted chains and vines. Let's try, this is definitely more complex and it may not work. So let's try it out. But you can, I'm kind of recycling my prompt and just changing some words in there. So wooden carved, twisted chains and vines, simple Celtic style, flat lay. Good. Okay, let's give it a whirl. Generate, please. And let's see the results. That's my computer noise.
There was a dangerous technique that you went for there because that could have gone on forever.
Yeah, cool.
Oh,
there we
yeah.
go. These look great. I think I prefer the last one there. Yeah, that's fantastic. It'll automatically remove the background because that was done on the original one. The only thing is it has cropped it a little bit. So I'm just going to uncrop it using those handles there. There we go, like that. Brilliant. I really like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make that really small and there. And then I'm just going to duplicate it a few times up the handle of the spoon. Just to kind of give it
Nice, yeah.
a Celtic vibe. And, you could just keep on going and going with this, couldn't you guys? You could just keep on going and going. But For me right now, I think I'm happy with how my spoon looks. So let's just pass over to Dom and just have a go at maybe combining some ideas and bringing them together onto your love spoon, Dom.
Okie dokie. Well, what am I going to do here? I mean, this is, the world is our oyster. So let's generate image. It's going to be a square again. Now, this time, I think what we're going to do is we're going to see the Portuguese, they like toads. They like toads. And I did buy my wife a Christmas tree decoration of a toad wearing a Christmas hat. So we could go with this.
Do it.
So yeah, wooden toad wearing a Santa hat, flat lay, simple.
Do you need the word
That's it.
carved in there, maybe? Wooden carved toad, maybe. I don't know.
Wooden carved toad. Well, let's try it.
I don't know.
Or do you know what? I need to put capital letters in because I will get emails. And they will be right. Wooden carved toad wearing a Santa hat, flat lay, simple. Let's see what this does. I mean, that is a really strange thing to be asking artificial intelligence. Blimey!
Cool.
Hey, I keep on forgetting to turn off the fast mode. Yeah, I mean, that one's great. I wonder if I could. Maybe I could. I think I'm happy with the Santa hat on. I'm not a problem with that, really.
It's brilliant.
Carved toad. Yeah. Or maybe maybe I'll keep it in. That's fine.
Yeah.
Right. So I've got it there. So I need to get X to get out of generate image, and now I need to click on our waffle doggy here. Let's give him a click. I mean, it's quite intense. He's got a mean gaze.
Yeah.
And there we go. And then we can bring that down, and then maybe, so 45 is the angle. So mine does have a bit of colour in. It's not all wood. I'm a more of a modern man, I think, with my love spoon.
You do see
got
some
one there.
painted. Yeah, you do see some painted love spoons as well.
Right. Okay. Well, that's good to know. And then I'm going to go. Well, the way you did it before, which I thought was interesting, was to go 3 dots and duplicate. So I've got another one here. And then I'm going to flip it. Ooh, that's it vertical. I didn't expect that. That one. Oh. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
You can just spin it round anyway. It doesn't really matter. But let's get it on 45. And then if I zoom in, I want to change the prompt like Mr. Jones did. So I'm going to go to the thing there. Wooden carved duck. Dominic the Duck, you see. Maybe not wearing maybe not wearing a hat. That's fine. I don't think I'm jazzy enough. Oh, maybe I'll put wearing a cap and just see what it comes up with. Wearing a green cap. Flat lay, simple. Turn off fast mode. I don't know why can't I turn on fast mode?
Yeah, I think, give it a go.
Simple topics. Yeah, a wooden carved duck wearing a green cap.
Simple.
It's not simple, is it? It's not.
I think
So let's see what it comes out with. Have I got some results? Not yet. Should I provide some accompaniment?
Oh,
No.
look at those.
Nice. I mean, that one, do you know what? I think it may be. I mean, that one looks just mean.
It's brilliant.
I'm not sure I want that one.
Don't all do
These ones. Nah, this one looks fun. Look at that. And it's got a pom-pom on. Who doesn't want a pom-pom? That's the one I'm having.
Quite. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this. This is great fun. And I'll just make sure that it's roughly in the right place by using the webbed feet as my guide. Look at that. This is great. Yeah. What's next?
Right. Okay. Now, obviously, you could keep on, adding to this. So we're going to move on, but you could add everything you want in there. Think about things that are important to you, things that are important to your area, perhaps, and make this your own love spoon. Right. So let's think about the next steps then here. Okay. So here I am on the iPad. Once you're done with your love spoon, it's a good idea to group it, because then if we want to move it around or resize it or anything like that, then it's not going to kind of jumble everything up. Okay, so I'm going to select all of those bits that I've just added there to the canvas and group them together. So to do that, let's just start off with the big spoon itself. So I'm going to tap on the spoon. Now on the browser, Dom's going to find this really easy because he's just going to be able to click and drag a big box around everything. Okay?
Yes.
Us on the iPad, a little bit more complicated. Okay? So I tap on the first one, and then I go to the 3 dots to the menu, and then select multiple. You see, that's the 4th option down. Select multiple. And now I can just tap on the heart, my vines and chains, and then my final heart at the top. There we go. And then you can see that we've got that little pop-up right at the top there that says group. So we're going to tap on that. Brilliant. So now with my group, it means that I can do things like this. I can just move the whole spoon around. I can resize the whole spoon. I can rotate everything together without breaking stuff. Okay? Now, I didn't need to do any of that. I was just showing you.
You're just showing off.
Yeah, I'm just
showing off, as usual.
Yeah, I know. I'll take that. Okay, so let's get some imagery on here. So, Dwynwen is famous for founding a church on Anglesey, on Ynys Môn, in a place that's not called Ynys Llanddwyn. Llanddwyn literally means Dwynwen's church. Llan, anywhere in Wales that starts with Llan means the church of. Okay, so the church of Dwynwen. So Llanddwyn is on a beach, and it's kind of a wild beach. Okay, you know, it doesn't have kind of sun loungers and parasols and that kind of thing. Okay, so let's try and
not like Tenby.
No, not like Tenby at all. It isn't like Llan Steffan at all. Right. So let's find an image that's kind of this wild Welsh beach kind of looking thing. So I'm going to go to media, and I'm going to go to photos at the top. Now, you could generate one if you wanted to, but in fact, there's loads of photos of Wales in Express. So I'm going to just search for a photo here. I'm going to put Wales beach down. Okay, Wales beach. There we go. Search. 68 results. And yeah, you know, you want one that looks, you know, wild and windswept, maybe something like that. That looks great. Okay.
Yeah, that does look good.
So I'm going to pop this into the back of my image. So to do that, just tap on the photo. Okay, tap it on the photo, and you can see on the left-hand side it says set as page background. Lovely. There it is. Now, it's a bit strong at the moment. So what we can do is reduce the opacity. Okay, you can see there opacity on the left-hand side. If I just bring that down, it's going to fade that beach photo out.
I mean, what you might want to do is just take it all the way down to 0 and then just bring it up ever so slightly, just to see, you know, at what point it would be best.
What a wonderful idea that is. I never thought of doing that. Right, wonderful. There we go. Now, also at this point, if you want to think about what color you'd like to be behind that, because at the moment it's just white. So when you bring the opacity down, it's fading out the picture and it's basically revealing more of the white paper that we've got behind. Okay. Now, seeing as this is for Santa's Dwynwen Day and love and hearts and all that, maybe you want the background to be red or pink or something like that. Okay. So right up at the top of my screen, I've got my page background color. Okay. So I've just tapped on that. I'm going to go to more colors and just try a few out. I could go for maybe this, or even this orange is nice. I like that. I quite like this deep blue as well. Okay, so pick a background color, and you'll see then, because you reduce the opacity of that image, it's showing the color of your page background through the image. There we go. I think I really like the colors there. Okay, so let's pass over to Dom, adding a background image and maybe setting the opacity and the background color.
Why, thank you very much. Okay, so what I'm going to do over here, I've already started really, but let me show you from scratch. Media on the left-hand side. I just went to photos and I put in Wales Beach. And I recognize a few of these. Yeah. I feel like that is near Abersoch, I think. And I think this is Rosili.
You know what?
And
maybe that's a good point. When you do add images in, once it's on your canvas, you can click on the little eye and it'll tell you what the picture is usually.
Watch this. Click. Go to the 3 little dots.
Yeah.
Source info. Oh, it doesn't actually say, but I think that's Rossili.
Oh, there we are.
But I don't want that one because I think I found one down here which I liked. This one. Moody. And do you know what? I have a feeling that this is Strumble Head in Pembrokeshire, near Fishguard, in fact. It's not far from you, is it not?
For an hour, yeah.
Yeah, and then what am I going to do here? I've forgotten how to use this program now. I want to set this as background. There we go. Yeah. Set as page background. Nice!
Lovely.
Look at that. It's so moody. Do you know what I thought it might have been? I thought it might have been... sorry, I'll murder it if I say it. Dwynwen. Dwynwen. Yeah, I thought it was because it has like a little chapel, doesn't it, on the top?
It does.
But it's not that. But I can select my background, and then in terms of, did you just go into effects and just choose like a color?
Well, no, I didn't, but I could have. No, I just used a pass to actually set the background color. But yeah, do you know what? That would have been a good idea.
Yeah, well, there's all sorts of ways you can do it, I suppose. Oh, lovely. But I do think those are a bit strong sometimes. But, opacity, classic tip, absolutely classic tip. Bring it down to 0, bring it up until you're ready. But you can put a little tint on it, maybe from adjustments. Maybe you could change saturation. That's good. Less things coming through the back. Yeah, that's nice. Dreamy. Oh, saturation and warmth all the way up. It's just so dreamy. Right, that'll do me. I like that. What are we doing next? That was fun.
Okay. Yeah, well, we're nearly done now. We're just going to add some little hints about the story of Dwynwen in here. So Dwynwen was a kind of medieval princess. She fell in love with a guy called Mylon. He turned out not to be a great guy, but we're not going to linger on that today. So let's just find two.
Mylon, honestly, come on.
I know. So his full name was Mylon Davodrich, which means Mylon of the forked tongue, which possibly could have given her a hint that he wasn't,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A bit of a liar. He's a bit of a liar. Yeah. Anyway, so let's go into media. And I'm going to, in photos here, I'm just going to search for medieval, just the word medieval, medieval, okay? Medieval. Search for that. And I just want kind of a prince and a princess, really, okay? So there's a princess there, okay? She'll do. And then let's find a prince as well. This guy, he looks as if he lies a lot. Yeah, he does. Okay. So what I'm going to do with these two, really simple, is remove background. Okay, so tap, remove background. And kablam.
These going to be like two star-crossed lovers.
Yeah, and then remove background here as well. Kablooey, right? And all I can do now is I'm going to use a blend mode, and I think it's going to be a screen. So you can just test them out. You go multiply, or you've got screen. Screen is the one.
No, screen's the one. Screen's the one.
Okay, and then I'm just going to make these images quite big. And they just kind of...
Doesn't look very happy, does he?
No, well, liar, isn't he? And he's
the
bad
forked tongue would be like he says nasty things, wouldn't that be?
Yeah, well, he did. And, he knows he's the bad guy in this story. Once a year, every January the 25th, all of the school children of Wales are like, oh, Mylon, what a bad dude. Right.
What a bad dude. Everyone's in the playground. You heard about that Mylon?
Mylon is a bad dude. Right, now then, when you're using a blend mode, don't forget you can also use the opacity slider, okay? And I'm definitely going to do that here. So with Dwynwen, there's Dwynwen there. I'm going to bring the opacity down. There we go. I just want that as a suggestion of those faces.
This is like a tragic story.
It is a tragic story, yeah.
No, right. Of course, yeah.
Yeah, it's as happy as we get in Wales. Right, okay, over to you, Dom. Let's add those.
Right. Yeah. Well, in my background, just let me tell people that I did put an effect on it, and it was a colorize effect, and I just pressed it until I thought it was nice. And then, what am I going to do here? So, if I'm going to go from scratch, I'm going to go to media, I'm going to go to photos, and then I'm going to go medieval.
Medieval. Oh,
Medieval.
Dom's put it up on the screen for us, guys. Thanks, Dom. That's handy.
Yeah, I know. What a ledge. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, so I'm going to go for different people. Oh, she looks like she's enjoying life. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Brilliant. She's striding out.
And then we
And
need a bad dude.
a bad dude. Right, let's find a bad dude. I want to find it. Maybe I should put medieval bad dude.
You know what a
Um,
bad dude is in Welsh?
what?
Dean Drwg.
Dean Droog. Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. I know an artist called Droog who calls himself Droog, actually, and I didn't realise that that could be Welsh.
Oh, there we are.
Um, right, I'm going to put this bad dude in there. Look at that.
He's a
He's
he's,
absolutely. He's just ruining the day that he ever crossed paths.
yeah,
I
he's a
think.
Dean Drwg. He's a Dean Drwg for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
There we go. And so I've got to do something with these. So I'll remove the background. I
Yeah.
might have to put them into different spots. There's one. Woo! Yeah. And she can go behind the bottom of my spoon. And I mean, I can make it larger. Are you there? Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Great. Just because I did get a notification that my headphones are about to die. And
Oh,
then,
yep.
yeah, I know. And then I'm going to remove the background on this dude here. And then I'm going to play around. Whoa! It's got a floating hand.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, and if that happens, guys, because we're using the screen blend mode and bringing the opacity down, it's honestly not gonna. It's not gonna.
Yeah, it doesn't really make a big
It'll be
deal.
absolutely
Maybe I'll
fine.
swap them around a bit and just have them coming off the edge a bit. And
Yeah,
then we're going to blend modes here, you see. Normal. We want to try a bit of a screen. Ooh,
yeah,
nice. Because
brilliant.
of my excellent choice of color, that is looking absolutely radical. And then I'm going to go here. And then I'm going to go blend mode. I'm going to go screen. Oh, he's just having such a bad time.
Yeah.
And then, but don't feel sorry for him because he's a
No,
bad dude.
he's a
He's a
Dean Drew.
bad dude. He's a Dean Droog. And we're not into Dean Droogs around here.
Oh,
Right, look at that. Maybe I can bring the opacity down on this one, actually.
yeah.
I think I'm going to bring the opacity down
Uh,
on there. Just have a little suggestion. There we go. I mean, maybe even bring him further down. What have I done? Oh, maybe I'll bring him in there. So they
yeah.
kind of overlap a little bit and then bring his opacity up. Oh, that is just. Do you know what? It's making me emotional. It's just making me so emotional because I can feel just how much it's pulling at his heartstrings. There you go.
Don't feel
He's
pity.
misunderstood. He's
No,
Mylon. He's
he's bad.
misunderstood. Yeah, well, anyway. Come on,
Right.
carry on.
Okay, we're nearly done. We're just gonna add some text now. Okay, so we just need to add some text. So we could, you could write this in Welsh or in English. You could put Happy Saint Dwynwen's Day or Santes Dwynwen Hapus. You could say that. So let's just add our text. We're gonna go text, add your text. And I'm gonna go Happy Saint Dwynwen apostrophe S Day. Oop, let's get a capital D in there. Day.
Yeah.
There we go. Right, now then. That font does not make me think of, medieval.
Oh, here we go. Someone set a timer. Come on.
So I'm just gonna pop that like that. Maybe I'll center it using the alignment button that you can see here. Center it like that.
Yeah.
We need to find a font. Maybe.
Yeah, I wonder if you could scroll through that list for about 5 minutes until you find one you like. Is
No,
that all right?
I'm just
Can you do that for us?
gonna type the word pen in there. I like some pen
Oh.
or brush is a good one. Brush. Just type brush in. Yeah, like that one there. Lovely. Okay, and then I'm just gonna bring the outline up on that.
Yes, carry on.
And then I'm just gonna choose a color from my design as my outline color. Okay.
Yes, carry on.
Yes. And now I'm going to just bring the opacity of the whole text box down a little bit, just to kind of melt it all together.
You have not disappointed us.
I'm glad. Now, then I'm just going to duplicate that. bring that text box down and then change this text to say January 25th. Okay, just to remind everybody of the date of Santa's Dwynwen Day, January 25th. There we go. Let me just stop it. Stop it. There we go. Bring that down. And there we go. I'm done. So now is a perfect time for me to name this project as Love Spoon. Love Spoon. Done. Cool. And that's me done. If you wanted to turn this into a greeting card, then you could just print it out. And because we got it on this square canvas, you'd be able to kind of cut it out and have it fold and do all that kind of stuff. But I think of this more as a kind of postery kind of thing rather than a card, I think. Right. If you want to do that, you've got the download button at the top. Download that as a PDF, PNG, or if you'd like to share it digitally via a link with your friends and family, then you can click on the share button and then choose to publish a view-only link, and then you'll be given a URL that anybody who clicks on it sees your amazing published design. Right, Dom, get us some text, and we're done.
Okie dokie. Well, I just went in and it is a nice font, actually. I've never seen this one before. Sail, it's called. I thought it was cool. Yeah, nice.
I think we'll after that in 2025.
Oh, really? And I did an outline on it just because, why not? And then, and you know what, so then what you could do once you've got that is, you can duplicate it like Mr. Jones said, and then maybe I'll, because it's right aligned there because it's on the right-hand side, but here maybe I'll, left align it.
Ooh.
There we go. And then, how do you spell Mylon?
M-A-E.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah,
no, M.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Mylon
is a bad dude.
Much misunderstood.
How dare you? How dare you? We're all team Dwynwen over here, I tell you.
Okay, fine. A bad dude.
Yeah. Dean
there
Droog.
We go. Dean Droog. Mylon, a bad dude. And then I put it down there. That's nice. And if you want to be messing around with opacity, you can. But I don't know. Do you want?
Brilliant.
I know. Right. And then if I want to share and all the rest of it, I can download it here. This is the button to download. The share button is right next to it. That's the button. Oh, you're still sharing. You're still working on my file. Okay. But if I go again, you're still working on my file. Who are these people working on my file? Leave me alone. I can reload. Lunch. Yeah, they probably are having lunch. And then let me see. Yes, share. There we go. And you can do a view only link, and you can send to Google Classrooms, Microsoft Teams, blah blah blah. Easy. Next one. Let's go.
All right, then, guys. So. I hope you've enjoyed that first activity. We're moving on to the second challenge now. Before we do, just a reminder, next week, guys, we've got Holocaust Remembrance Day on Monday. And then next Tuesday, teachers, any school staff, we've got an ACE Level 1 training. That's training, you get a digital badge there. And then on Thursday, we've got an ACE Level 2 training for any school staff that come along to those. So to get registered for Holocaust Remembrance Day, teachers, make sure that you get to bit.ly/Adobe Leaders. And if you'd like to come along to the ACE trainings, they run from 4 till 5:30 p.m. After school. It's virtual. You just need to fill up the form, bit.ly/ACE interested. And just before we jump into the second challenge, if you're watching this on YouTube, we would very much appreciate that you give us a like and a subscribe on this YouTube channel. Helps us to get these out to more schools across the UK. So if you've got some time, please give us a like and a subscribe. And finally, I know a lot of schools in Wales do post on social media about their Saint Dwynwen Day activities. And if you're not from Wales,
include us.
Yeah, so tag us in. So we'd love to see your class is working and see some examples of your love spoons.
Yeah.
That'd be great. So tag us in there at Adobe for Edu, at Dom Trainer, at Meredith J, or at Meredith Jones. You'll find us on all of the social media platforms.
Yeah.
Right, let's move ahead to the second challenge. So there's
and only 50 minutes gone.
Absolutely.
Who could have ever predicted?
We are absolutely bossing it here. So we'll go back to the Adobe Express homepage by tapping on the top left-hand corner on the Express icon. There we go, back on the homepage. And what are we going to be doing? So let's jump over the challenge page. Right, so I'm going to scroll down to challenge 2. And if you want information on the Express school challenges, that's all you need to do is scroll right to the bottom of the page. You'll see it down there at the bottom. I don't need to do that right now. Right, so challenge 2, we're going to be putting a web page together celebrating love around the world. So we all know about Santa's Dwynwen, 25th of January, and I'm sure you all know, you maybe heard of Valentine's Day, which is the 14th of February as well. But there are other traditions around the world how to celebrate love, and we've got some here. So we're going to build a web page all about that. Now, there's loads of them here. There's something like 13 different facts here, so you don't need to use them. You just pick out some that you find more interesting. Now, you can copy and paste from this web page, or if you're on an iPad like me, it's easier to copy and paste from a doc. So I'm going to, you see that button at the top? See this info on a doc? I'm going to hold my finger down on that button, and I'm going to choose open in a new tab. Don't just tap it, because if you tap it, it'll try opening up the Google Docs app on your iPad, which you may not have. Okay, just open it on a new tab. There we go. Here it is. Right. So we are going to build a web page with some of this information. All right. So I'm going to go to, I'm going to swap back to the Express app. Build a web page. I don't want any
of these. Purple square, wasn't it? The purple square.
Yes, build a web page, that purple tile on your homepage, sorry. And then I don't want any templates, so I'm going to click on Create from Scratch in the bottom right-hand corner. Okay, and it's asking me for a title. Well, let me just jump over here, and I'm going to copy this, Celebrating Love Around the World. So hold my finger down and drag it across, and then choose Copy. Back to Express. Tap where it says Add a Title. Now, you see on the keyboard that's just popped up, next door to Dom's head, you can see that you've got an undo arrow, a redo arrow, and next to that, there is a clipboard. Yeah, it's there. It's there. There we go. Okay, so you see that little clipboard there?
I knew I was useful.
Yes, very good. Just tap on that, and it's going to paste your title in. Okay. Pop your name as a subtitle. So by Meredith Jones. There we go. And finally, let's get a background image for our header. So I'm just going to tap on that little plus icon right at the bottom of my screen. Choose photo. And I'm going to just search in here for love or hearts or both. Love hearts. We'll do that. Love hearts. Oh, lovely.
Oh,
that's lush, that is. Right.
Tidy.
I'm going to go with that one. There we go. Brilliant. So, Dom, get us set up with a... Oh, and whilst Dom's doing that, I'm going to rename my project as Love Around the World webpage. So, Dom, get us to that point, please.
No prob. Right. Okay. So, purple square over here, build a web page, or you can go over to the plus over here. Scroll down a little bit, and it's there, web page. So, either of those ways is fine. But build a web page is easy peasy. Templates, let's create from scratch. Best way for us to learn how to use this thing. I'll call this Celebrating Love web page. I'll rename it straight away. And then, so what Mr. Jones did was he is using the Google Doc, and that's because it's a bit of a challenge on the iPad, as he said. But here, I can just grab this title here. Look at that. I can just do it straight from here. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I'll stick that in there.
Did you use Control C and Control V there by any chance?
Yeah, I did use Control C and Control V. You're absolutely right. But I could have highlighted it as well and right-clicked and then copied there. You see? That's another way of doing it.
You went on the tab there, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, no. I could have highlighted. I could have right-clicked, and I could have gone to copy there.
We don't
So
see
that's a
the
way
pop.
to do it.
Yeah, we don't see the pop.
You don't see the problem. Do you know what? I'll just carry on.
Control V.
Yeah, I know, exactly. And then anywhere in the grey, or you can just press the plus down the bottom and
Hang
go for a
on,
photo.
hang on.
Oh, come on. Keep with me here. Keep with me. Anywhere in the grey, or press the plus, go to the photo, search photos. What am I going to say? Yeah, love hearts, fine. I was trying to think of something more interesting. But what is more interesting than love hearts? That's cool.
Yeah, it is
That's
cool.
a great image. That's a great image.
Great.
And then it says scroll to start writing your story, which you can do. But Mr. Jones is going to show us exactly what we're going to do next.
Absolutely. Right. Okay. Let's scroll down. Boosh. Like this. And we're going to just add some text, first of all. So we're going to tap on text. Okay. So let's jump over to our doc. And we've got this kind of intro here with these emojis on there. Okay.
Emoji?
Yeah. Let's just copy that. So this is kind of your intro text, setting up your web page. So we'll just copy that. Copy that. And then I'm going to use that. There it is. The clipboard down there, paste. Now then, I'm not fussed on the kind of formatting of this. I think this needs to be stronger. So I'm going to just tap in there, and you can see I can choose H1. Oh my goodness me, that's too big.
Way too big.
H2, possibly, and then you also got this quotation. Maybe. I think H2. I like H2, and maybe I'm going to center it. Oh, yeah. I just remember this. You need to scroll over on the iPad, which is a bit strange. So that little align left button, if you drag over, it just shows you the... Here you go.
Oh, that is strange, isn't it?
Yeah. You'd think that the one button would do all three. Anyway, there we go. So I've got my first piece of text there. And before passing over to Dom, I'll just show you this the next bit, because then I'm kind of going to repeat this a couple of times. So then I'm going to scroll down, add a plus underneath, and I'm going to add a split layout. Okay. So for the split layout, I'm going to choose the first fact that catches my eye. And maybe one of them is South Korea, because this one's...
I know. I was reading that one.
This is crazy.
Bonkers.
Yeah. This in South Korea, they kind of have a Valentine's Day every month.
Blimey.
Which is mad.
Yeah.
There we go.
Just copy that, I think. There you go.
Copy that. Okay. Copy. And there we go. Is there a street demonstration outside your window, Dom?
Market sellers, actually. Market sellers. Yeah. They do a roaring trade in love spoons out there.
Yeah. Right, so you can just tap paste there, but I always use this clipboard on the keyboard. There we go, like that. Brilliant. There's.
I would separate it out very nicely for you.
It has the South Korea. I'd like that to be a kind of a header.
Yes.
Maybe I'll center that up as well. And then.
So that's a little formatting thing, isn't it? So maybe every time you do one of those, you should always do header 2. Is that what you're thinking?
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Well, yes, exactly. So then they May the 14th, Rose Day. April 14th is Black Day. Single people eat black noodles together. Okay. Let's search for roses. So I'm going to search for roses in here. Roses. And there we go. Just get some roses in that image on the left-hand side. And there's my fact about South Korea. Right. So I'm going to pass over to Dom. But when you come back to me, I will have done one more of these split layouts with.
Oh, will you now? Will you now?
Unless you are super quick.
Okay, cool. Right, so the first thing that Jonesy did was he grabbed this first bit. Love isn't just celebrated on St. Dwynwen's or Valentine's Day. Blah, blah, blah. So I've copied that by using Control and C. And then I can go to my web page, scroll, start writing my story, or press the plus underneath. I'll just put in some normal text there, paste it in. Now, obviously, it's quite small there, and we've said that header 2 is a good one, because header 1 is massive, and then header 2 is not as big, and that's good. I like that. I don't think I'm worried about censoring it. That's fine. And then... what am I going to do here? Am I doing my first section? Yes, I am. I'm doing my South Korea, yeah. So I'm going to go to the plus down here. I'm going to do split layout, text on one side, image on another. So the first thing I'll do is navigate over to our page again. I think what's the one that I thought was this one, the Philippines. Yeah. Hundreds of couples get married together in public events. I've seen this and thought that is bananas. But, it's a big thing. Mass wedding ceremonies.
It's not quite your special day then, is it?
Well, sharing is caring, I guess.
Getting married is all about being the centre of attention for one day, I think.
Well, maybe that's what you and your wife think. And then we go. Now, because of design consistency, like we talked about before, we're going to do header 2 on this one, Philippines, mass weddings. We've got a couple of, maybe we need to find a way for this to stand out. So we could use the block quote.
Oh, that's a good one,
quite nicely. Yeah. And then on the left-hand side, we're going to go for a photo. So, what are we going to... I searched for black noodles and I couldn't find any, surprisingly. Although, are they black noodles?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah. But that one's for your one, I think. But this one is, wedding. So what am I going to do? What am I going to write here?
Mass wedding?
Wedding couples. I wonder if there's one where there's just loads of wedding couples.
Yeah.
Mass wedding. Because I think they'll think mass as in the church, you see.
Yeah.
So maybe huge wedding. Yeah. I don't know.
What about Philippines wedding? Maybe.
Oh, of course. Right. You know what? I'm going to copy that Philippines. Let's add my image just because I'll probably get it wrong. Philippines wedding. No, not really.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, do you know what? I could Google it, couldn't I?
Yeah, you could. You're gonna have to share.
So yeah, no problem. Share this tab instead. So we go Philippines mass wedding. So what would you do here? So you could go to images. If you wanted to, you could go to tools. You could go to usage rights, Creative Commons, and then try and find one where there's just loads and loads and loads of people, I suppose.
Yeah.
Not as many on this one, I must admit. If you're doing educational use though, you are welcome to use these things. So what about this one? This looks good.
That's a few people getting married there, isn't there? Yeah.
There's a few people getting married there for sure. And then I'm going to right click and open the new tab. I don't think you can see that. It's not very big. It's not a very big one. Maybe this one. That's a big one. Right click it. You can't see that, but I'm opening image in a new tab. And I'm going to share this tab. That one's good. Great. Yep. And so here I'm going to have to save the image. So I'm right clicking. You can't see it. Save the image as... I just put Philippines mass wedding, PMW. Save it here. Then when I go back to my web page, here we go. Add my image. Yeah. I can upload it from my device and it's in here. Boom. There you go. That's a nice way to do it. And that'll give you a lot more, because a stock library isn't going to give you really specific things. It's just not. So if you go to Google and do that, and you'll be able to do it because it's for fair school use, then you'll be fine. Right. Well, how did you get on then? What little surprise have you done? Hey!
This one, yeah. So the Qixi Festival in China. So this is in August. Chinese Valentine's Day is based on the story of a cow herd and a weaver girl who meet once a year on a bridge of magpies. I'm not going to...
Of course they do.
I'm not going to make fun of that because, Dwynwen's story is proper bonkers. So,
yeah, fair.
There's a prince getting turned into a block of ice by a fairy. So I'm not judging anything anymore. Right. So let's look at what we can do next. So next we're gonna have a go at a glide show. Okay. So I'm gonna scroll down to the bottom.
Oh, love a glide show.
Dom loves a glide show.
Love a glide show.
So we're gonna tap on. You should have put a glide show on your love spoon, Dom. That's how much Dom likes glide show. We're gonna tap
with a blend mode.
We're going to tap on glide show on the bottom here. Okay, and it's going to open up this different window. Now, on this window, you need to decide first what your images are going to be. So let's jump over to the dock and decide what I'm going to pick. 2 facts. Okay, and I'm going to go for Germany. Love pigs and cookies. In Germany, pigs are a symbol of luck and love. And then Ghana is chocolate, because Ghana is one of the world's largest cocoa producers. So I'm going to go pigs and chocolate. Those are my 2 images.
Pigs and chocolates.
Right. So here on my glide show window, I'm just going to get rid of the magpie search, and I'm going to search in here for pigs. Lovely, pigs. Right, there we go. Brilliant. Now then, remember that you can be having text in front of these. So if you can get an image where there's some kind of space to one side or in the middle, maybe like that, that's perfect. And then I need to add another image. So my next image is going to be chocolate. So let's just search for that. Chocolate. There we go. Go. And then which one shall I go for? Which one shall I go for? This one. There we go. So that's done. Now I've set up my images for the glide show. So if you're ready and you're happy with your images, then you can tap save, which is in the top right-hand corner of your screen. It's not really obvious up there. You're not expecting it to be up right at the top there. So I'm going to save my glide show images. There we go. And now I can add in my information. And that works exactly the same way as it does on a split layout.
Where did you find that image? That is just amazing.
There we go. Thanks very much. Right. So you can see I'm having trouble copying and pasting here. Okay. And that is a thing on the iPad. So it is easier when you use the dock rather than the web page. And I'm still having trouble with some things. Right. Copy that. Jump back over to Express. Tap on this little card. You see this little card that's floating up and down? You can tap on the plus in the middle of it. There we go. And this is text. And I'm going to paste. Remember where that icon is? It's there next to Dom's head. Down there.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to tap there. There it is. The title was H2 and was centered. Lovely. And I think this would work well in the middle. So you can actually hold your finger down on these cards and either put them left, middle, or right. Okay? Yeah. I'm going to scroll down. It takes me to my next card. This is to do with giving chocolate in Ghana. So I'm going to just hold my finger down. Yeah, you can see it's not behaving very well, but just use these blue pins to kind of adjust what you've selected. Copy, back I go. And let's add some text in there. There we go. Ghana, H2, scroll over, center it up. And I think that works best on the left-hand side. It's fine. So now when you scroll, you can see we've got these cool cards over the glide show. And it's a nice way to break up split layouts, because split layouts are cool, but they do get a bit monotonous. You know, it's like, oh, split layout.
Excuse me. What did you just say?
They get a bit monotonous. I said it. There it is. I said it. So you can break it up. Go then into a glide show like this, okay, and then go back to a split layout, okay, and then it just breaks up the flow of your web page. Right. We're going to pass over to Dom now. It's going to take 10 minutes to show us how to copy and paste an image from Google Images onto a web page.
Right, let me show you how to do a glide show by someone who actually knows how to do it. Right, let's go to, what are we going to go to? Cupid is one, because that's what the symbol in Italy. And there's a good one, a Cupid. Yeah. And then the other one that I wanted to see was, let me just remind myself. Oh yeah, it was Denmark, and it was snowdrops. Oh, yeah. Snowdrops the flower, lovely. Because I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing where they did snowdrops. Once you got your images in there, you press save, you grab it, and then you can. What text did I have here? That was Denmark. Wrong one. Right. So let's go down to Denmark. Snowdrops. Snowdrops are kind of appearing on the left-hand side there, so I'll put my text box over to the right. Sometimes you have to double-click it. Sometimes it gets a bit sticky. So just double-click. H2, because that's what they should all be. You can highlight words. Can you say this one for me, please, Meredith? Obviously, you made the page, so you know what it is.
It's Geico Brev.
There you go. I knew you'd know. And then I'll go up to Cupid here, and just to show you how easy it is and how amazing glide shows are, despite what some people would say, I'm going to grab all of that, copy using Control and C, go back to my web page, give it a little plus, get a little text in there, change to header 2 because everything else should be, and then you can decide really where you want this. I'm going to keep it on the left-hand side, I think.
Yeah.
I think it works well. Shall I share?
Yeah, we're done. We're done with that. So, if you want to add more facts, if you want to find some facts of your own, you could add in your Welsh Love Spoon graphic that you made. That would be quite cool.
That's true.
Bringing it into my stuff. Do you want to show that quick? That would be quite cool.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. So I could... I'll pop it up the top here, I think. Yeah. Go to the plus, go to your stuff. Not Snowdrops. I don't know why is it looking for that. There's my love spoon. Boom!
Yeah.
And it's right there. Add as an image. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick it in right there. Yeah, that's perfect.
Cool.
Mylon, not bad, dude.
He's bad. Dyn drwg.
Dyn drwg. Shall I? So, if you do want to check your work, you can use the present button to go through. I think you were on my screen before when I was doing that, were you?
Yes. Yeah.
And then you can come out of that, press share up here. You can see it right over here. Press share. And it's going to say, what do you want to do? I want to publish it to the web. And then a couple of clicks and you can create a link.
Yeah,
so very easy to do.
That little box there that says credits, if you did grab something from Google Images, that would be the correct place to
That's the place.
Say where you got that image from so that you credit the photographer. Yeah.
He's not wrong there.
If you've got images from Express, as you can see, it'll all do it for you automatically.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, but you should do that. That's an important lesson about copyright and things like that and giving credit to people who've done the work.
Yeah, right. Well, I tell you what, I've had a lot of fun on that, Dom, today. I have.
It was great. It's always good. I've had a lot of fun. That's Meredith's always stock line at the end of everything. I don't know about you, Dom, but I've had a lot of fun.
So what else matters, really, Yeah, remember about our film festival. So if you're interested in taking part in our film festival, there's loads of different options on there. There's loads of video tutorials to help you out. So there's kind of an easy version. There's a bit more of a tricky version. If you want to do some animation, that's an option. So there's loads of tutorials on there to help you get started. There's some worksheets on there to help you get started as well, teachers. So get over there and have a look at everything that's available for you there. Get registered. Remember about Holocaust Remembrance Day this coming Monday. So just get over to Adobe Leaders.
That's where you need to be.
ACE trainings for teachers next week. ACE interested. We'd love to see you on those trainings. But for now, we are calling it a day, and we finished 2 minutes early. Look at us.
Good stuff, everyone. Santa's Dwynwen hapus.
Da iawn, Dom. Santa's Dwynwen hapus I ti. Yes.
There you go. Diolch yn fawr.